As you watch this video, you probably have a never-ending list of to-dos at your side, either in your workplace or at home. It's likely that your inbox is now overflowing. Your heart is pounding as you consider all of the tasks you need to complete, and you'll most likely work long hours to finish them. You're not the only one who feels this way. A perpetual state of stress and an overwhelming demand to succeed have become the norm for many people. The work hard mentality that most of us were taught when we were kids evolved into something considerably more sinister, now well known as hustle culture. It's a term coined to express the widely held belief that we should always be working. Our objectives are worthy of unwavering pursuit. Rest is reserved for the frail, so the strong are expected to always hustle. Hey everyone, and welcome to Psychology Shark. In this video, we will explore the toxicity of the hustle culture and why it must be stopped. Let's get right into it. As the term suggests, hustle culture refers to the social push to work harder, quicker, and stronger in all aspects of our lives. It's the worship of workaholism and the belief that you should work yourself to exhaustion. Capitalism drives this way of life, and major firms and social media help to keep it going. People consistently publish and share their hustle and grind everywhere you look. It's not unusual to hear phrases like, "sleep is for the weak," or "never stop hustling." The entrenched belief that excessive work equals success and is the only way to survive in this world can make people feel forced to overwork. This toxic society is glamorized by successful businesses. SpaceX founder, CEO, CTO, and chief designer Elon Musk, for instance, when asked by a Twitter user how many hours one needed to spend each week to transform the world, responded that it might range from 80 to more than 100. Another good example is Ross Simmons, the founder and CEO of Foundation, a content marketing agency. "The hustle delivers the dollar," he explained. "The knowledge is brought by experience. Persistence leads to success." In my view, this culture is hazardous for students in particular. People like Musk and Simmons establish such unreasonable and toxic standards for those who revere them. Overworking is valued in our society and must be changed. According to the APA's Stress in America 2020 poll, Gen Z adults ages 18 to 23 reported the highest levels of stress when compared to other generations. Toxic productivity occurs when you feel guilty for not accomplishing more, no matter how productive you were. It appears that the development of unhealthy behaviors is due to reasons such as missing meals, drinking insufficient water, and sleeping insufficiently. In the hustle culture, your daily life is punctuated by anxiety attacks and breakdowns. The grind or hustle culture overvalues people who perform more things with their time, implying that someone who watches TV in their spare time is less valuable than someone who learns a new language or works out in their spare time. This culture fosters the belief that the only value we have as humans is our ability to be productive and produce money. The assumption that working long hours will lead to wealth is untrue. Increasing your workload will not make you wealthier if the economy does not allow people to advance in their careers. All hustling and overworking will do is harm your physical and emotional well-being. Because hustle culture thrives on conflict, it keeps your body saturated with stress hormones. For cortisol levels to recover to normal, the body requires regular rest, which hustle culture does not provide. The less sleep you get, the more your stress levels and health might spiral out of control. Thus, maintaining a high level of arousal is not sustainable and has harmful repercussions on the body. Prolonged cortisol elevation is linked to high blood pressure, blood glucose, muscle and bone breakdown, reduced immune system function, longer healing times following injuries, and impaired long-term memory development. The hustle and culture is all-pervasive, and it has left a lot of people emotionally and physically exhausted, as well as emotionally and physically alienated from reality. This philosophy is particularly detrimental because it leads to the burnout of other students as well. Here are the main reasons why the hustle culture must be stopped. The first reason is that it promotes an unhealthy way of living. Sleep deprivation is a natural problem in the United States, affecting about half of all CEOs. The constant pressure to work late adds to the difficulty of getting deep, comfortable sleep. Although not everyone needs the same amount of sleep each night, a persistent shortage is not something you can overlook for long. You can't do it because your body and mind won't let you. In addition, hustle culture frequently discourages more nutritious eating patterns. Junk and fast food options begin to appear more efficient than preparing from scratch, even though the faster option provides significantly less nutritional value to your body. This can lead to hunger and exhaustion over time. Another reason is that it promotes burnout. There are certainly times and places, most of them in fact, when burning the candle at both ends is required if you want to hit your target and achieve your objectives. Never decompressing and enjoying the environment around you, on the other hand, is a formula for tiredness and anxiety, which can lead to burnout. The third reason why hustle culture must be stopped is that it creates unrealistic expectations. Take, for example, an image that went viral on Twitter recently, with the caption, "Don't quit when you're exhausted, stop when you're finished." It may have appeared motivating and gritty, but it isn't a long-term strategy. You're merely working yourself to exhaustion if you never stop when you're tired. Even if you manage to keep it up for a while, you won't be able to sustain it in the long run. Also, a good reason why hustle culture must be stopped is that it is energy draining. We all have the same 168 hours per week, no more, no less. It's a fact of life. Continually hustling entails always trying for something and never devoting time to other activities that enrich life. We can never genuinely create additional time, no matter how hard we work or how efficiently we work. We must give up something else for every endeavor we choose to do. It's a game where there's no winner and no loser. So if you're always picking work-related activities in the name of hard work, it's likely that you're sacrificing something else that would be more gratifying or healthy in terms of your overall peace, well-being, and fulfillment. Number 5. Hustle culture creates a work-life imbalance. Despite statistics revealing that working long hours and multitasking reduce productivity and kill creativity, hustle culture thrives because it justifies the hustle in exchange for the future payout of exceptional success. But when exactly is the payoff? Hustle culture generates persistent toxicity by making you feel bad if you spend too much time on anything other than work. Work cannot take precedence over your downtime and home life in order to maintain a balanced work-life schedule. There should be a distinction between when you work and when you relax. Just don't forget to relax. Internal and external constraints such as deadlines, work obligations, and pleasing coworkers or family and friends cause stress in workers. People, particularly millennials and Gen Z, should assess their mental and physical limits, set boundaries, and prioritize their own well-being. Another reason to stop hustle culture is that it breeds a toxic sense of competition. If you promote an attitude of always hustle all the time, you may unintentionally be preparing yourself and your staff for a potentially catastrophic development, a toxic sense of competitiveness among teammates. This is dangerously unhealthy competitive culture that makes strong personalities question if they can out-hustle their employees. Do they believe that this is the most important thing to you as a business owner? If this is the case, many people will work hard to make it happen. A little healthy rivalry isn't a bad thing. It helps employees stay focused and alert. However, when winning becomes the only acceptable consequence, that healthy sense of competition may become highly hazardous to company productivity and human well-being. At that point, you'll need to figure out how to refocus your team on more common goals. The bottom line is that long hours and hard effort are essential, if not necessary, for entrepreneurs. But a culture of panic and desperation is created when too much emphasis is placed on hustling. Respect the truth that we are all hardwired with physical, mental, and emotional limitations as humans. Strive to create an environment that recognizes and honors hard effort and values and rewards employees who take care of themselves and stick to proper boundaries. Hustle culture creates unrealistic expectations, promotes unhealthy lifestyle, and encourages unhealthy rivalry and burnout. Take both emotional and physical care of yourself. Working oneself to death should not be the norm, trend, or desire. These are the reasons why the toxic hustle culture must be stopped. Please let us know what you think about hustle culture in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on more psychology tips, tricks, hacks, and so much more. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.